In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, B-Up's on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it all behind. The sweat and the tears, with the blood and the fight.
Are you practicing to practice, or you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
What's coming? You on the way.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, family? How y'all doing on this? Hey, you know what time it is. It's a Monday night. Getting ready to do sports talk with B. Watt. I'm your host, Bernard Watt. The only thing that I ask that you do right now, hey, hit that like button. Just hit the like button. Hit that like button for me. Also, if you don't mind, if you have never subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. All right? All right. Hey, gonna have a good show once again. Hey, 1 hour show. This what we got for you. I got a special guest tonight, Miss Kimberly Nash Williams. You right. That's right. That's right. Miss Kimberly Nash Williams is making her debut on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Hey, do my favor also. The past video that I did with Miss Phyllis Smith, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It was a good show. Also, I Love 60. Go check out the videos if you don't mind. I'm telling you, they was good. And I promise you, tonight gonna be just as good. All right. Well, we're getting ready to talk about Shedeur Sanders. I just want to know why Shedeur Sanders should be QB1. Why? Why should Shedeur be QB1 for the Cleveland Browns? And we're gonna get ready to talk about it tonight. And also, Colorado football team, they're back in town. And I'm gonna bring up the guests and we finna get into it. All right? All right. Miss Kimberly Nash Williams. What's going on? Superstar. How you doing?
Hello.
I'm great.
Hi.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I hear you
Good.
loud and
Good. How
clear.
is everybody?
Everybody in the chat say hello to Miss Kimberly Nash Williams. Put it down in the chat. Put KNW. KNW. So she can see it. KNW. Well, let's get this show started. We're gonna be here in 1 hour, all right? So we'll get right at about 55
Okay.
minutes. All right, let's check this out. Want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Great one, Miss Phyllis Smith saying hello, Miss Kimberly. Who else? Miss Harris and hello, Miss Kimberly. MSD 767. They saying hello, Miss Kimberly. Trey, what's up, Trey Ivan? Kenneth Wilson, what's going on? How you doing? Miss Debbie saying hello. Also, I love CC. Miss Sweet P, how you doing? All right, let's get into the show. All right, you know the situation, Miss Kimberly Nash Williams. You've been following it. We got Shedeur Sanders out there in Cleveland at the Cleveland Brown, and they have a loaded quarterback room. It's unusual to have five quarterbacks on the team. I get that. And they got Deshaun Watson, who had a Achilles tear, and he's injured, and he won't play none this season. But the reason why, and I'm gonna hang my hat on this reason, that Shedeur Sanders should be QB1 for the Cleveland Browns. If they want to win, I just think he's a better quarterback than Joe Flacco at 41 years old. Kenny Pickett, he's a journeyman. Kenny Pickett been in the league 3 to 4 years, don't played on two teams. Cleveland Brown is his second team, and it come down to the person that they drafted in the third round, Dylan Gabriel, which I think they reached a little bit for. He wasn't on nobody's list to be a third round quarterback, and that leads me to Shedeur. I just think Shedeur just a better quarterback if the Cleveland Browns want to win. They Shedeur give them a better chance of winning with this team right here. What are your thoughts about Shedeur Sanders being a quarterback on the Cleveland Browns?
Well, I would have to agree with that, and I really can't speak to the other quarterbacks honestly, so I'm not gonna say anything negative about them. But from what I've seen from Shedeur and where he should have been drafted, I do believe he should be quarterback one. Period.
So I believe that too. Like I say, when I watched Shedeur play at Jackson State recently, I just saw him at Colorado for 2 years. He got good pocket presence, good command of the huddle, and he had a strong, accurate arm, and he just tough. He's a tough quarterback. He took a lot of hits in Colorado because he really didn't have no good offensive line. But if Cleveland have a decent offensive line, I just believe that Shedeur is the answer for that quarterback position because going into next year, Cleveland Brown need to see which one of those quarterbacks can be their future. Shedeur Sanders or
Hmm.
Dylan Gabriel. Or Dylan Gabriel because next year in the draft, they have two. Not one, but they got two first round draft pick. Again, you do not want to waste your first two draft pick on another quarterback when you just this past season drafted two. That really don't make sense. I know a lot of people
Hmm.
want to say let's hold Shedeur out. I know heard some people say hold him out for the whole year or hold him out to the sixth or the seventh game. Me personally, I want him to start game one. That's just me. How do you feel about
Hmm.
that situation? Where do you like to see
That's ex-
Shedeur?
yeah, I want to see him start from game one because if he doesn't, I won't be watching. But I will have to say that I'm concerned. I'm getting mixed reviews about the offensive line, and I don't want to see him take a beating anymore. So that's my concern. But I do want to see him play day one.
That's a good take. Me too. Like I say. And for the offensive line, I keep hearing they got a good offensive line. I know one of them linemen they asked to come back. I think he had a meeting with the general manager and the head coach. I seen the interview today that he said they told him that he wanted to run the ball and they needed a quarterback. So one of the offensive linemen, he came back for one more year to see if the team gonna do what they said they gonna do. Do you believe Shador would get a fair opportunity from his coaching staff?
Well, um, I know my internet sister, I love CC, has been trying to get me straight as far as how I feel about how everything has gone down with this draft and stuff. He hasn't started out getting a fair shake, so I just I don't know. I don't know. If they know what's good for them, they will give him an opportunity. But
Right.
I don't know. I'm in constant prayer about that.
Okay. Like I said, I think he's gonna get a fair shot. He just got to go out there, put the work in like we think he's gonna do. And it was a report that came out today. Let me see, can I find that report? Behind the
Well,
scenes,
B
when
Watts, what makes you think that he's going to get a fair shot? I want to hear why do you think he's going to get a fair shot?
he's a part of the team, one, and the reason he'll get a fair shot because see, you got to look at the quarterback. I'm looking at the quarterback room. If they want to win, I don't see why he won't get because the head coach spoke today. They asked him a question. The same lady who reported that false information, she asked him a question today, and I'm going to pull it up about Shedeur Sanders personally at the golf tournament they had today. And hear what the coach said. Shedeur is already getting a fair chance. We had reported, I had because they haven't shown us Shedeur been running with the ones and 11 on 11 3. Well, the head coach came out today in a press conference and hear what he said by Mary Kay. The Browns coach Kevin Stefanski said today that Shedeur has taken some 11 on 11 reps with when OTAs have been closed to the media. That means didn't nobody get a chance to see him. They didn't want nobody to see him running with the number ones and the 11 on 11 reps that he been getting. And he went on to say, when OTAs have been closed to the media, and we'll see him in some on Wednesday. That let me know right there in a fast track. We just don't know. They try to kill that hype, in which I can understand from from Shedeur.
You're breaking up on my end. You're breaking up. Okay.
I'll make it up. Okay, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Let me change it. I got you. That's right. I tried to do something there, it wouldn't let me work. I'm still breaking up. Can you hear me?
A little bit.
Okay, hold on. Y'all hold tight.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just, it's not clear.
Okay. I think he's getting a fair shot, and the head coach just saying that he's getting a fair shot. Let me see, can I switch it over to my laptop?
Now that's clear right now.
It's clear right now?
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, I just believe he's gonna get a fair shot. Like I said, the head coach said he's been running with the ones, and we just haven't seen it. We haven't seen the video, and they hid it from us. And here's the video right here.
Shedeur taken some 11 on 11 reps when we're not out there, and do you think that we will see some of those on Wednesday when we do come out again?
Yes, and I would say there's a lot of work that gets done when you guys aren't out there, believe it or not.
There's a lot of work getting done when they're.
Shedeur taken some 11 on 11 reps when we're not out there, and do you think that we will see some of those on Wednesday when we do come out again?
Yes, and I would say.
Kevin,
Can you hear me now?
Shedeur taken some 11 on 11 reps when.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you. But like I say, I just think he's gonna get a fair shot. He just got to go out there and work. We just got to sit back and be patient. He can go out there and do what he got to do. Because
he's going to work. He's going to do that. Yeah.
Right. If he wasn't getting a fair shot, I really don't think he would be happy like we seen him on the video. Because dude look like he's happy.
He does. But I don't think we would know if he wasn't. I don't think. Because what else? Right. I mean, he wouldn't quit, I doubt. So what would he do?
Right.
I'm glad
So
he's
what are
happy
your
though.
main
At least he appears to be.
right, right. So what are your main concerns about Shedeur in Cleveland? Would you let him stay in Cleveland and fight it out or go to another team?
Well, I don't like the way Cleveland is treating him. I mean, they're treating him like he is, even though, yes, we all know he was drafted in the 5th round, but he is not a 5th round pick. And so I can't undo my mind to think otherwise, but that's how they're treating him. And I don't like it. So on the other hand, where else would he go? Because they were the ones that drafted him. We all know something happened. We just don't know who initiated it and why. We have all these speculations going on, but we really don't know. So, I mean, he's there. I hope it works out. I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, I got you. I understand. But I say he's in a good situation to me. I mean, if he can't beat Joe Flacco out, Kenneth Pickett, and Dylan Gabriel, Lord Jesus, that's the worst quarterback room in the NFL. If he go anywhere else, he really gonna get treated bad. Then everybody gonna be saying, "Hey, no, he should stay at Cleveland." No, he in the right place. He
Yeah.
where God wanted him to be. Because, like I keep telling my neighbors and stuff, we talk about if any other team really wanted to do it, they had a chance.
Mhm.
They passed over him not one time, but 5 times. 5 times. It don't matter what team he go to or what team fans want him to go to. That team that y'all want him to go to had a chance to draft him 5 times. They skipped over it. He's in that paint, man up, and go get that quarterback #1. That's all it is. And we got to stick it out. I can't help Cleveland ain't everybody's favorite team. They ain't my favorite team either. I'm following
Yeah.
Shedeur. But I think Shedeur can turn the situation around. You got to start somewhere. Only thing this
You
team
do.
needs is a quarterback. They need a quarterback.
Yeah.
You can't run from every obstacle that comes up in your way. You can't run from it.
Correct. Correct.
It's some things in my
Um,
life I wish I would never. It's some things in my life I wish I could have, but I don't have
sure.
it. So you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I mean, there's
Sure.
some jobs out there I wish I never had. And when I was working and everything, but I made it do what it do. That's what Shedeur gonna have to do.
Yeah.
And the people got to get
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
I can't help it. He didn't go to the
Yeah.
Raiders or the Giants or wherever people want him to go. He's in a good situation. He's in a good situation.
Yeah.
Hey, damn.
Well, ultimately, my spiritual mind says God allowed this to happen.
Right.
So there has to be a good reason for it, and that it will work out in for his good. Um, and all I can say is I hope that's the case. Had all those shenanigans not been taking place, we wouldn't be having these conversations. I do think that Shedeur is going to work hard anyway, and we would still be focused on him. We would still, be wanting the best for him. But for me, I feel like now I'm watching on edge because I'm like, is he going to make the team? All of this extra stuff that I don't think I would be having to do had he gone in the 1st round. And that's what makes me upset. All of this
Right.
undue stress is not necessary because I don't know what they're going to end up doing with him. I don't know. So,
I mean, don't none of us know. We just got to sit back and wait.
yeah.
I would like for him to if Cleveland cut him or trade him, ain't nothing we can do about it.
Mhm.
because
Correct.
we don't know the future. We know the future. I'm just
Yeah.
concentrating on the present, where you're at right
Mhm.
now. Go out
Yeah.
there, whatever they give you, take it and do the best with
Mhm.
it that we know you're
Yeah.
gonna do. It's a
Yeah.
challenge. I heard Coach Tom said on the podcast, get the edge that he needed. You know, it's gonna make him work more harder. And the teammates look like they love him right now. I seen one
Yep.
video today. His teammates, what that video? Let's see. It was a teammate said, "Man, Lord, I'm thankful for the Cleveland Browns. I'm glad I'm here. If it wasn't for the Cleveland Browns, I wouldn't have a chance to play with this guy right here. Shedeur
I
Sanders."
love the Brown, man. Great
Oh wow.
organization. Gave me an opportunity, man. I'm telling you, I'm running with it. You know what I'm saying? I get to play with him, bro. That's a blessing. He's my quarterback. That's a blessing right there. You know.
Y'all heard?
Okay.
He said he get the chance to play with him. They ain't stressing, so why y'all stressing, Miss Williams? They ain't stressing.
You right.
They
You
happy.
right. You right.
They are
You
happy.
right.
It's them. I
I
don't see
know.
why
I love
nobody stressing.
CC probably going off on me. Let me calm down. Let me calm
Yeah, ain't no
down.
need stressing. You just got
Right. You
to play
right.
Williams and let this thing play out. I mean, it's in
Yeah.
God's hands. It's in God's hands. Well, prime say.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, word and press don't go together. It don't go together. It just don't.
Correct.
It don't go together.
They
But like
don't.
I say,
They don't.
I believe
They
you
do not.
do it. I just believe you do it in a better place in Cleveland. All you got to do is just go out there and perform. Do what the coaches ask
Yeah.
him to do and do. You only can do what you know how to do. He's no only quarterback.
Correct.
He just got to go out there and be better than Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Dylan again. And the rest of after that is up to the coach. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
He just need to learn that playbook.
And
I don't know
yeah.
how long it'll take
Yeah.
him to get
And he
to learn
will.
that play. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know he will. I know he will. Like I say, people keep telling me I can't wait to talk to G. Bush on Wednesday at 3 p.m.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know everything I need to know because he up there, he watching them. He used to play ball. Everybody
Oh,
worried about
okay.
the offensive line. It can't be that
Yep.
line cannot be no worse than Colorado offensive line the last 2 years. It just can't be. It can't be. I'm being honest. It can't be. So that can't be. I don't see why everybody's about. I don't worry about the offensive line. You won't worry about when he was at Colorado.
Yes, we were. Yes, we
Game.
were.
He won 9 games. Like I said, I ain't worried about that. That's my big worry. I think he just need another one more wide receiver when I look at Cleveland. He need a wide receiver to
Okay.
go with Jerry Judy when I look at him.
Okay.
But I really think he's gonna be quarterback
Okay.
one. Now, when you look at the
Okay.
rest of the quarterback, which you think is going they trade or cut or not going to go for the team? One.
Okay.
Kenny Pickett,
You're breaking up.
Joe
Were you
Flacco,
asking
Dylan
me?
Gabriel.
Okay. You're breaking up.
Which
I didn't
quarter,
get to hear you completely.
which quarterback you think they'll get rid of? Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, or Dylan Gabriel?
Well, listening to you all, it sounds like Kenny Pickett,
Okay.
but I don't know.
I think they keep him. I think Flacco gonna be the one to get rid of him.
Oh, okay.
Me.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
That's me
just
now.
want,
If they don't play,
my thing is, I just want, if, since that's where Shedeur is, I want them to keep him and I want him to be QB1. Whatever happens to the rest of them, God bless them, but I'm concerned about Shedeur.
right, right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you sports talk. Enough beef. I'm doing it on my phone. If y'all can't hear me, I ain't in the middle of the show. I'm about to ride. Well, sorry about that. I apologize. But when you do, let me see how I'm asking. this question that you might.
I'm
I
gonna put
don't
on
think
my
you know
reading
one thing about the
glasses.
defense.
I'm
So
sorry. Say that again.
the media has treated him fair or bad since he been in Cleveland.
What little I will allow myself to be exposed to, it seems like the Cleveland media hasn't been very kind to him. And for them to not be a good team and to be getting a quarterback of Shedeur's caliber, I would think they would be, singing a different tune. But I maybe they just don't know about Shedeur's talents and what he's capable of, and if that's the case, then they probably shouldn't be so negative against him. It's strange to me. I don't know.
Right, right. I agree with you on that. I don't think they do. I don't think they do nothing. I don't think. I think some of them know and some don't. I still think some of them just holding Coach Prime. They got Coach Prime in their head, in their mind. And when they see Shedeur, they see Deion Sanders. Whatever ill feeling they had for Coach Prime, they just holding against Shedeur. That's my take. He ain't done nothing wrong.
No, he hasn't.
Shedeur has been a stand-up guy in the community with his teammates. You just don't see it. I haven't seen him done anything that deserved
But to
to have his
me,
name dragged in the mud like that.
yeah, but to me, I don't think Coach Prime did either. They just, maybe they didn't like his style, but he didn't do anything bad either.
I know. He just confident. He just confident. People can't.
Yeah, and he's a winner. And what's wrong
Right.
with that? If most athletes are confident. So you don't play if you're not confident.
There you go. You said it better than I can say it. You said it right. Don't play if you don't have confidence. He just a
Yeah, that
confident
doesn't
guy.
make sense.
Right. He just a confident guy. Coach Prime just confidence in his ability. When you want somebody like that, and he got 3 boys that he raised, he should be there for him and want the best for him and speak on it.
Of course.
When other men and other coaches do that about their son, they don't get the feedback that they get.
Nope. But it's only a problem when we do it. It's okay when other people do it, but when we do it, for some reason, it's an issue.
Right. But I'm gonna play this video. I heard this radio station, Miss Sabrina, Black and shit. She sent me this video, and I'm gonna play it. This is what they're saying about Dylan Gabriel, the other quarterback.
If we just look at it from the Dylan Gabriel perspective, you can see how unintentionally then taking Shedeur Sanders 2 rounds later might have been the worst thing for Dylan's stock in Cleveland, because every time you go to have the Dylan conversation, it goes back to, I think I want to see Shedeur Sanders more.
Oh, no question. And Dylan's got to understand that. Although, so the other side of that though is that he should just be happy he was taken in the third round.
Just grateful for life.
Yeah, there's a part of Dylan Gabriel that I go back to this all the time, is that he was projected 6th or 7th round. There's a real chance that Dylan Gabriel is an undrafted free agent and is just one of those guys that is cut by the time training camp is done. If in another world, if the Browns didn't exist, that's his lot in life. So I have a hard time feeling as if Dylan Gabriel's like, man, did I really lose out on my opportunity?
I think he's in a tough spot. You can't blame him, but I think the team and the general managers just messed this thing. They should have never took that guy and then turn around and take Shedeur Sanders as quarterback for their team. He's in a bad situation.
Well, if anything, I think Shedeur was better than a 3rd round draft pick as well. But between the two of them, if anyone should have been in the 3rd round, it should have been Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel in the 5th round.
Exactly. Yeah, you hit that right on the head, that Mr. Williams. That's exactly how it should have been. But
Yeah.
I feel sorry for a left hand. Look, so he gonna be a bag up quarterback no matter where he go. I don't care where he go. He gonna be a bag up quarterback. There's no way.
Well,
Just
yeah.
like DT can start for an NFL team. I ain't 32 now, Miss Williams.
Well, I think you played a clip of somebody saying that he's not even NFL quality of a quarterback.
Right. I sure did. I sure did. You're right.
Yeah. So again, I wish him well, but I'm with Shedeur. That's my concern. He's my
Right.
concern.
Right. Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Well, I got another video. Coach Prime spoke out today. I mean, yesterday or the day before on a podcast for the first time about the draft. And hear what he said. He was on a Samuel, what name? Asante Samuel podcast.
Mhm.
I know
And
it's a
hear
lot
what
of
he had to
rumors
say.
about the next level, and I can't see that.
Yeah.
I can't see the next level. And I think a couple people who may have taken shots at my kids, they were afraid that I would go. That's where the shots came from. All you got to do is just sit back and listen. People don't want to do that. They want to create these narratives and create these stories and then attach them to a kid that ain't never done nothing wrong.
Yeah. How does that make you feel when you see your colleagues or your peers going in on you, man? Like, how does that make you feel?
You have no idea, man. You have no idea. We've always been in front of the camera, so they know how to navigate. They know how to handle themselves.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna catch them in no foolery and no mess. You're not when you sit up there and say something like he went in a meeting unprepared. Like, dude, Shedeur Sanders, who's had 6 different coordinators, who has still functioned and went up, leveled up every time we brought somebody new in, and you're gonna tell me he was
Every situation.
You're gonna tell me he had on headphones.
So you a dog, your kid's a dog, and dogs gonna always rise to the top. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. You know what I mean?
It
We're talking about
did hurt. The Bible says God uses the foolish things to confound the wise. So it was some foolish stuff that went on, but you know what? That gave them something that they needed.
Hey, that draft did something to Coach Prime. Coach Prime was hurt, man. I can imagine being hurt. I know that's his son too. And yeah, he said, hey, it did hurt. It did hurt because it was wrong the way they did it.
It was extremely wrong. And I mean, look, if it hurt all of us, it had to hurt him, of course. But I'm sure he has to rethink those relationships that he thought he had with those people in the NFL, because, and even all that he has brought and done for the NFL, and for them to treat his sons rather, because I'm quite sure Shiloh he probably could have been straight up drafted. He didn't have to be an undrafted free agent. And then all of the other players that they took immediately after they let the dogs off of Shedeur. So yeah, I have no words for that. I just painful to watch. And I didn't watch the remainder. To just keep me updated, because I'm not watching this anymore. And that was the first time I've ever even watched the draft. And you could tell immediately that something was not right. Something wasn't right. I'll be glad it's gonna come out eventually. Hopefully it'll be in my lifetime. But yeah, they did something, and I just don't understand why you would want to mess with someone's dream. You know, you work 17, 18 years to get to that day, and for all of that to just be snatched away from you for at least to us for no good reason. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
Yeah,
And so
I
for
agree with
him
you.
to have been hurt, that's painful. That's painful.
Yeah, I feel pain too. And like he was saying in the podcast, Miss Williams, that they just feared him taking their job. I can't put it. I mean, I hate to keep beating this dead horse. They was fear of Coach Prime taking their jobs. That's all what it was. And they took it out on Shedeur, Shiloh, and the rest of the players. We don't
But
want Coach.
just like I mentioned to you earlier, how many times does he have to tell people he's not interested in the NFL?
Yeah, I know you keep saying that, but you just never know what the next year might bring. You just don't know. You don't know what the future holds. I used to think that, but man, I don't know.
But you know what? Even if he were, yeah, but even if he was interested, after how they just did his
Right,
sons and stuff, who's to
right,
say that they let him in?
right. Yeah,
So,
that's
the
what I'm thinking about now.
NFL is
That's
straight raggedy. No,
he says that's
no.
right. Yeah, how could he go back to the NFL after that?
Yeah,
Just like you said, the
yeah,
NFL just treated him. Yeah.
yeah.
I ain't look at it like that. Yeah, you have to look at it like that because they showed him
They
what they
did.
thought of him. They
They
really
showed him
did.
better than they ever told him. They showed him right
They
then
sure
and
did.
there.
And they was up there all year long in his face, laughing and geeky and
Oh,
boo-booing.
yes.
Yeah,
The last couple
that's
years,
crazy.
yeah.
Man,
So,
that's just straight two-face. That's what they call it when I'm from. I'm from Georgia. They call that
yep,
two-face, straight two-face.
yep. Now, B. Watts, I don't know if you heard of this theory, but there's another um, podcaster that I listened to, a female. She thinks it had something to do with the NFL not wanting the majority of the QB1s to be black. And if Shedeur had gotten drafted in the first round, then that would have made him the 17th. And since there's only 32 teams, and that would make, the majority of the QB1s black in the NFL. What do you and people in the chat think of that theory?
Oh, I don't get in that race stuff. I mean, I don't believe in that. You're a good quarterback. You're just a good quarterback. That's just me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you got Cam Ward. He's black. He was drafted. You got
Right, but he doesn't take them over the top. He makes it even, 16 and 16. So she was saying that they did that to Shedeur because he would have been the one to take it to 17.
gotcha. I don't believe. I'm not a conspiracy theory person, so
I'm
I
not
don't get
either.
it. I just don't believe in that.
Yeah,
But I understand what you're saying, though. What you said.
yeah,
It could be true because I don't know. I really
yeah,
don't know the reason why I give what you do. And it's like people don't know that. I don't know why.
yeah.
I don't know why. I wouldn't put it past it for what you said, that you heard what she said. You never know. You just never know what people do behind closed doors.
Yep,
You never know. But
yep.
let's see what the chat talking about. If y'all got any questions for Miss Kimberly Nash Williams, put it down in the chat. Miss Kate Sutton said, what she said? I don't think it was about race. Okay. Miss Isla CC saying race had nothing to do with it. Okay. Let's see. Miss Cropper say, I'm going to say what the Lord gave me, collusion. I had never heard of the word. When he said, I looked it up and I understood. Wow. Lord, you right. you here. So see what you gonna start with, Kimberly. I ain't gonna read no more. Wow, now what's up? I knew you was up to no good, be wise. I ain't up to no good. I didn't say that. That was Miss Smith said that. I mean, Miss Kimberly Nash Williams said that. I ain't never. That's one thing I don't. Oh, Diane
Oh.
Brown said that was a time when they felt like black quarterback wasn't smart enough to lead. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there was time for it, but I don't think this draft had anything. That's just me. So it's just me. Prime must have taken a lot of those owners. I ain't gonna read that. Let me go. Miss Phyllis Mill said, "What I do." Let's see. Miss Kimberly is doing a wonderful job on the board, Miss Sabrina Blankenship.
Oh,
All right. Yeah,
thank
she's doing
you.
great. She's doing great. She's doing great. She's holding the fort down. But check this out now. Now, I show so I think we need to move on from that. Let's go. Let's talk about Colorado football. They back. Them boys are back. Them boys are back in town. And we're gonna talk about Colorado.
Shoot. Oh yeah. You're right. Shoot. Let me ask the camera what they think of the mully tech. The bucket tech? Do I look aerodynamic? Because I feel aerodynamic.
What they got to do, a 40-yard dash over there?
But I think we got to do like 10 of them. Wait, what? There you go. Q for 6.
He got 99 speed,
zero agility. Zero agility. That's Q for pick 6.
99.
Miss Williams, Colorado football team is back. They came back today for their summer workout, and they will be with the man of the hour. And who is that? Coach
Swayze.
Coach Swayze got the boys back in town, and I think Coach Swayze is a hell of a person. He turned Shiloh around. You know, to me,
He did. He absolutely
he got
did.
Shiloh looking good. He got him out there working, and he was back today. And boy, I seen the video. Well off. Boy, he back in draft form. So when you look at this year's team, me personally, I think it's a better team overall. Now, how they perform on the field, we got to wait and see.
Correct.
But for talent-wise, all over the field, offense and defense, I think they're a better team. What do you think about the Colorado football team this year?
I agree, because I think there's more talented players. I mean, the last couple of years we had a few. Now we have more, and it seems like there's more depth. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I really am excited to see Kay Salter and Omarion. I really want Omarion to stay healthy, do what he's supposed to do so he can get on the field, because he can do a lot. And we've seen what little he's done. So if he can get some more time, he's going to be explosive.
True. I agree 100%. All right. Thank you, Miss Phyllis, for letting me know I had to chat. Danny Littlejohn, 499. I think rating had a lot to do with it. More people watch the third day of the draft than ever before to see where Shedeur was going to get picked. Yeah, that rating was high. He did drive up that rating, Dan. He did do that. Because I usually don't watch no 3 rounds of the NFL draft. Matter of fact, after that, halfway through the first round, I'm through with it. So you had a good point there. You got a good point. But like I say,
they didn't get me, because after that first day, I was done with them.
Oh, she said he was done with them. But like you saying, you say you're interested in seeing Kay Salter and who else?
Omarion Miller.
Omarion Miller. You think he's gonna be healthy this year?
I sure hope so.
Yeah, I believe he will. I hope he did. Like I said, I hope he do. Because I think he have it can be his year, his breakout year.
Yep.
It can be really be his breakout year. I think he's one of the best wide receivers on the team. And if he healthy, man,
yeah,
he could put himself and his family in a good position.
Yes.
He
And they're
really could.
saying that the O line is supposed to be better this year too, so we'll see about that.
Yeah, I'm about to hold my horse on that until I said that last year. They just went out there and just
Yeah, they were
they got put.
slightly better. They were
Yeah, they're
slightly better
slightly
last
better.
year.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right. But
yeah,
like I say, it's a big old offensive line now. All on way about 320 pounds or
yeah,
more.
and they're tall. Yeah,
True. Yeah, I
yeah.
think they got a couple on about 6'7".
Mhm.
Jordan C
Yep.
should have a good year this year.
Mhm.
Look forward to
Mhm.
him, Jordan C. And there's Omarion Miller. He's a
There
big
he
guy.
is.
Yeah, that's your guy. He's a big guy now. He can
Mhm.
big. Yeah. So we're gonna see how they
How
turn out with
tall
them.
is he? How tall is he?
Omarion
Do you
Miller.
know? Yeah.
I think he's about 6. I want to say about 6'2". I
Oh,
think he's about
okay.
6'2", about 200 some pounds, 200 pounds,
Okay.
220 pounds.
Okay.
You're a big guy. You're a big guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking interested. And Coach Prime add a female to the new strength and conditioning program. Also,
Mhm.
that's a game changer.
Mhm.
You don't hit. You know, I
Mhm.
don't hardly see or hear no athletic football team in college
Yeah.
with a female staffer on the strength and conditioning program.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
yeah, so like I say that man, Colorado got everything. They should have everything they need, Miss Williams, to be
They do.
competitive in the Big
Yep.
12 this year. They
Yep. They
should.
just got to
I
put
think
it
that.
together. Yep.
Yeah, I think they're going. I think this their year to do to make that run. I think it. I really do. I really
I
do.
do too. Mhm.
So
I agree. I do too. I do too. They have a lot to prove because, everybody is not thinking they're going to be able to do well without Travis and Shedeur.
true.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll make liars out of them.
Right. Have you went to a game before, Colorado game before, or you plan on going?
No, no, it's just too much commotion. I'd just rather be in the
Okay.
comfort of my home.
Right. 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 They got 3 national televised games already.
Hmm.
I'm sure they'll
Yep,
have some more coming up
yep,
once the season starts and see how they
yep,
perform. So,
yeah.
yeah, I really think I'm looking for great things from them. They got a good team, especially on the defensive side. I kind of worry
Hmm.
because at that cornerback position when we lost Coach and Hood, but this guy named Tion Parks, man, he's a game.
Oh,
I'm looking
okay,
forward to him. And the development of R.J. Johnson, those 2 players right there, I'm gonna be looking at closely on that defensive
okay,
side of the ball because we need somebody to
okay,
take Colton Hood's spot. I want to see which one of those players emerge as the starting defensive back cornerback for Colorado this year. Tion
okay.
Parks or R.J. Johnson. R.J. Johnson
Okay.
had a good spring, and Tion Parks just got there. So
Well, now that
see
they're back,
what kind
I'll try
of
to,
players they are.
yeah, now that they're back, I'll get focused back on them. But I've been so consumed with Shedeur. I haven't, followed as closely as I normally would. So,
Right. Well, that's your story ain't going nowhere. I promise that.
no, it's not. And
They
I'm not either.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Yeah, that story ain't going nowhere. That story that's gonna be to the end. That
Yeah,
story ain't going nowhere. It's gonna be that
yeah,
to the end. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be that to the end.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, watch Sports Talk with Big Watts along with Kimberly Nash Williams. She's doing an excellent job. Appreciate for her being on the stage with me tonight. And don't forget tomorrow night, JR Boxing and Uncle Steve at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And also on Wednesday, I have a special special guest Wednesday. We will have a special show at 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock p.m. Mr. G. Bush, Gary Bush will be my special guest. He said he excited. He looking forward to let us know what's going on up there in Cleveland with Shedeur Sanders. He'll be my special guest for a special program at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget to tune in. I'm gonna put up on the fire. I'm gonna ask me everything. I mean everything about the offensive line. Will Shedeur get a fair shot? Do he want to see Shedeur, the starting quarterback? Everything I don't ask y'all, I'm gonna ask him. And if y'all got any questions, get them ready and put them down in the chat, and he gonna answer.
Yeah, at least since he's does he live in Cleveland or he just
Yeah, he live in Cleveland.
follows? Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, he can give us some good insight on how things are really, what the pulse
he got a
is.
TV show and a radio show.
Oh,
He do a
okay.
TV show, radio show up there in Cleveland. So
Okay.
he'll give us the inside that we need to know about Shedeur Sanders. So
Good.
when it comes down to that quarterback position in Colorado, Juju and K-Salt. Who you like? Who you with? Who you with, Miss?
Well, I'm with them both, but for now, I want K-Salt.
Okay. Okay.
I want
Yeah,
him to. I want him to be the starter. I want him to be the starter.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Running back room. What about the running back room? Who you with?
Well, we
Charlie,
don't have any
Micah?
new people, right? We have. Okay. I like Micah.
You like Micah?
Yeah.
Do you think? I'm gonna see. JR keep telling me we're gonna have 1,000-yard rush. Do you think Colorado will have 1,000-yard rushing running back this year? Yeah, you said. I already know what doing is. Yeah, you said.
That's a large ask. I'll be happy if we get half of that. If we get 1,000, that would be amazing.
It would.
But I don't know. Marshall Falk. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe. I mean, it's doable. Why not? Why not? Why not?
Okay. That's a good positive. That's a positive way of thinking. Why not? Why not?
Especially if the O-line is supposed to be better.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah.
I say I think we'll get. Yeah, we should get half. I don't know about the 1,000. I don't know about that. I can't hang my head on the 1,000. We should at least get 500 to 700. One running back.
Yeah.
Depends on how they run the offense. With one.
Right.
Several.
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends on how they go. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll really see. And on the defensive side, you like Carter Stoudemire at the safety, or you want to see somebody else?
No, Carter. I can go with Carter.
Like Carter? Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
What about any players on the defensive line?
If you give me some names.
Okay, you got McNeil. You got Big Barnes. You have TC, Terran Carter.
McNeil is the one. McNeil did well last year, didn't he?
Right. At the end.
Okay.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
got hurt.
Yeah.
He did.
Okay.
He did.
Okay.
He did. And you got
I'm sorry, who else?
Big Jaheim Otis, who they brought in from Alabama. You got Wiggins. Who else? We got Takifa Byers. You got a lot of them. You got London Merritt, Alex McPherson.
They're freshmen, right? From IMG?
Yes.
No.
Alex McPherson
Yes. Okay.
is a freshman. Yeah, he's a
Okay.
freshman along with Alex McPherson. They're freshmen. Yeah,
Okay.
him and
Yeah, I
Mike
heard that
Miller.
Alex McPherson. Yeah, I heard he's doing real well.
Yes, he is. He's a
Okay.
good player. I expect good things from him on that
And
defensive
then
side of the
Caden
ball.
Salter's, yeah, and then Caden Salter's brother is doing
Oh
well
yeah, I
too,
think.
right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think he's gonna be the sleeper. I think he's gonna
Okay.
be the one that really play well on the defensive
Okay.
side. That line.
Okay.
Yeah, looking for good things from him. Yeah, I think
Okay.
he's the one that can be more physical than the rest of them.
Where are we
Yeah,
as far
that's
as
my take.
linebackers?
I think we got a good one. Some people said we need one more, but I think we got some good. We just got another. I forgot his name. I ain't got no paperwork on him and that. But we just signed one on 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago. But I like the
Okay.
line. You still got JB. You got Reginald
Yeah.
Hughes. That's him right here. You got Reginald
Okay.
Hughes right there. He's gonna be one of the star linebackers, I think, along with French, Octavius French. They'll be the two star linebackers, I think. Then you can throw in JB. Then you can throw in Goldberg and
Okay.
Kalen Salter.
Okay.
I think that's their depth part right there. So
Okay.
that's what we're looking at right there. That's what I believe is gonna be right there.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm good with linebackers. I'm good with linebackers. Only thing I'm worried about is who gonna take the opposite side of DJ McKinnon's spot. That cornerback, and who gonna play that safety with Takifa Bynum? Is it gonna be Carter Stoudemire, or will it be another player that they brought in from the transfer portal? Them all the questions I
Yeah.
got right there. Other than that, I'm
Yeah.
good. Other than that,
Okay. And
I'm good.
the kickers are good, right?
Oh yeah, they got about 3 or 4 of those. They made sure they had some this year. Yeah, they
Right.
got about 3 or 4 of them guys there. We should be good on that.
Okay.
We should be good on that.
Cool.
Yep. But you got any more things? I'm finna get ready to end this thing. We ready at an hour, 57 minutes. And
No,
I
I
appreciate you
don't.
tonight. Everybody in the chat.
And
How
thank you for
did
having me.
oh anytime. You know I got y'all. I got y'all. Y'all make my job more easy. Y'all seem like y'all know more than I know. You know?
I know a
Oh,
little bit.
yeah, you doing good though. You did good. You did real good. Mr. Lawrence said, "How come Beat Watts won't ask Kim thoughts on Pat Sherman?" I will. I ain't got. What's your thoughts on Pat Sherman? They want you to kill Pat Sherman. That's how it is. I ain't gonna kill these folks.
No, I'm not gonna do that, but I will say that he has a lot of weapons, and I hope he knows how to use them.
He does. Nah, yeah, yeah. He ain't gonna have no excuse this time.
Yeah,
He
it should
can't
be
have
a
no
lot
excuse.
of
He got
variety.
a lot of them. He has a lot of them. A
Yeah.
lot of them. Yeah. I love CC. Said, Kimberly, you did amazing. She did.
Thank
She
you,
really did.
sis.
She really did. She really did. Yep, she did great. Bob Dawes said, blessing. Miss Diane Brown, that was great. It really was. Uh, Wayne King said, no, Queen, you did great. Said, Queen did great.
Thank
Who
you.
else we got? Who else we got? Go Gators said, amazing tonight. Miss Val Six said, you did great. And BD said, you did great. What's going on? What's going on,
Thank you
Rev? How you
all.
doing? How you doing? How you doing? Miss Harris said you did great. Yep, everybody said you did great. TC said you did.
Thank you all. You're so
Appreciate you.
kind.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. It's good, folks. Lauren said you did great. Did great. All right. I appreciate you tonight once again. Thank you for everything that you do for Sports Talk. You watch. Always enjoy your presence and your participation in the chat. You make the show what it is, and I'm grateful for it. And I appreciate you.
Thank you, B. Watts.
All right, darling. You have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, that was Miss Kimberly Nash Williams. Want to thank her for joining Sports Talk with B. Watts tonight. Man, I'll tell you, it's been a blessing to have these ladies up on my platform for the last few days. Started off with Miss Billy Smith. Then on the weekend, I had I Love CC along with Reverend Nelson and R. Jizzle. If you haven't watched that broadcast of each one of them, I encourage you to go over to my YouTube page and check out the broadcast from I Love CC, Miss Billy Smith, if you haven't seen it before. They did a great job. All right. Hey, I got to give them a hand clap, and they really did a good job. Thank them for helping me out to carry this show out. Now I'll be back tomorrow night with Uncle Steve and JR Boxing. And on Wednesday, I'm telling you Wednesday, I got a special guest at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Mr. Garrett Bush. Also, if you haven't seen the video from earlier today that I dropped around 4:30 and 5 o'clock, go ahead and check it out for me. I appreciate it if you can check it out for me, if you don't mind. It's just, 8 minutes long? Check it out. Leave a comment. It'll help the video to stay in the algorithm. And I appreciate you for doing that. All right. Once again, you watch Sports Talk with B. Watts. See you tomorrow. May God bless and may God keep you. All right. Blessing to each one.
Go plus. Hey, watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your boy Bernard Watts, live right here in Boulder, Colorado. Getting ready to watch Coach Prime in a Colorado Buffaloes. Yeah, let's go Buffs.
Wizard.